This video will be about the pathogen cholera. Cholera is an infection of the small intestine that causes diarrhea and dehydration. This disease is caused by the bacterium Vibrio cholera. Cholera uses the fecal-oral transmission route, where someone gets the disease by ingesting water contaminated with human waste. One person's diarrhea can have millions of bacteria, and because the diarrhea is so watery, it can contaminate more water. This allows it to increase transmission and virulence. Cholera has been around for a very long time, but the most prominent era was in the 1800s. John Snow was an English physician, and he is now considered the father of modern epidemiology. In 1854, there was a huge cholera outbreak. He doubted that cholera was caused by miasma, bad smells, which was thought to be the main cause of cholera at the time. He had an idea that the outbreak was caused by the water pump, as the water was contaminated with human waste. The germ theory of disease was based off of his work, that diseases were caused by tiny microbes, called germs. Because it's fecal-oral transmission, the bacteria enters through the mouth and then travels to the stomach. It downregulates its flagella and pili to conserve energy and survive the acidic environment. Once in the small intestine, it develops flagella and pili to navigate through the mucus. The pathogen sits on the intestinal epithelial cell, and from here it secretes its exotoxin, the cholera toxin. The cholera toxin is an exotoxin with 5 B subunits and 2 A subunits, all connected by disulfide bonds. This toxin binds to the GM1 ganglioside receptor, and the A subunit enters the intestinal cell. The A subunit binds a G protein, and they bind adenylyl cyclase, forming a complex. This complex produces a lot of cyclic AMP. The cyclic AMP binds the CTFR receptor, releasing tons and tons of ions from the cell. This causes extreme water loss from the cell, leading to severe dehydration of your body and making you dry as a desert. Cholera has flagella and pili, which are needed to travel and for initial attachment to the cell. However, once the bacterium binds, it stops producing them, and this allows it to avoid IgA because it can't be recognized. IgA is an immunoglobulin structure that is normally found in secretions like intestinal mucus. When IgA is patrolling, it doesn't recognize the structure of cholera as being harmful or foreign. This allows it to successfully evade immune detection. The MSHA pili and flagella are needed initially to move through intestinal mucus, but upon cellular attachment, they stop producing them, and this is what allows them to sneak past IgA. IgA would be able to recognize them and mark it for destruction. As mentioned, without these structures, it allows the bacteria to evade IgA detection and allows it to infect your body. Cholera evading detection allows it to colonize the gut, and tons of cholera toxin enters the cells, resulting in water loss and dehydration. How would you treat this severe dehydration? IV fluids, antibiotics, and electrolytes. Rehydration therapy to repair the water loss caused by cholera is the primary way of treatment. But with more severe cases, antibiotics are given to lessen the fluid loss and the illness duration. To summarize, cholera is a bacterial infection of the small intestine. It causes diarrhea and severe dehydration because of the cholera toxin releasing ions from the cell. And it avoids detection of IgA by removing its flagella and its pili upon attachment.